There we go.
Oh,
We are live now. We'll go live. That way, if other people need to see it live in order to find it, they can.
Yeah.
I could use some undo and get this off here. If it doesn't come off super easily, just put some undo on it. But that's coming off just fine. So you could even save this little label and do some painting or something over the top of it and turn it into something else. All right. I do like to save these to keep a record of what we had, what we did. So Penny's here. Beverly's here. Carrie's here.
Angela got lost.
Hi, Penny. Hello, Beverly. It's so nice to see your pretty face. Hi, Carrie. I just about put Carrie in timeout accidentally, clicking the wrong thing.
I've done that. I think I did that to Julie once by mistake.
You did.
I think I did. Well, I was trying to do one of the bots that came in.
Yeah.
And it popped she popped in right as I was doing it, and it caught hers. And I was like, oh, crap.
Oops. You're not the bot. Meanwhile, she's like, hey, I'm in YouTube jail over here.
I got her back out.
I know. 8 minutes later, or whatever, however long it makes you stay. Let's see here. Whoops, man, I'm doing that again. Follow the yellow brick road. That's right. Indigo. Oh, I know. Isn't that a great color? Indigo blue. Let's see here. Yeah, I don't. Carrie, do you want to explain? Would you care to explain how you got your name, Carrie? Because I really love that name, Indigo Paper Project. I love it. Okay, so I think people will start coming in. Candy would leave me in timeout.
No, I wouldn't.
Leah says you would leave her in timeout.
Angela made it.
Yay, Angela's here. Angela's like, get the party started. I'm here. I'm going to leave these out. We might use those. We might use that. Ooh, this would be good. Ooh, these are all good. Okay, wait. I got to gather up my book spines that think they're going to spread themselves out all over my desk. I love these book spines. They look like so much fun. And that's one that I needed to not throw away. Oh, mercy, mercy. Yes, Angela is here. Angie Stone is here. Hello, Miss Angie. Angela and Angie. Oh, mercy.
She probably just finished making all her ATCs.
That was a trip that requires more drugs. Oh, man. Let's see here. No. Oh, did you say you heard from Toby? Candy?
No, I hadn't heard. I saw a post that she posted on Sylvia's.
Right.
I think it was Sylvia's post that she had fallen and broken her ankle in 3 places and she was going to have surgery.
Well, that is not good. I haven't heard from her. So if she was going to have surgery, she's probably going to be pretty drugged up for a few days with that kind of injury. So I'm going to put these things in here. Well, I may use that. I don't know. And in fact, I may use that. I'm going to set it inside here. Okay. So who got their box and is willing to play along with us and make what we're going to make from this month's box? And I keep the last, here's last month's box with our Sari Silk. And here's the month before. I keep these here too in pouches. Love the pouches. So that as I'm creating, if I go, oh, we got a washi a month ago or 2 months ago, or that tissue paper that we got would work on this. That's very cool. That I can just go back and grab from those boxes too. Or bags or pouches or whatever you want to call. Angela's a good party friend. Let's see. Oops, wait. Get that. Okay. Let's see here. Okay, so I am going to use one of these pieces of. I have to see where I can see what my hands. I'm going to use one of these pieces of paper. Now I put 10 of those pieces of paper in because I know they're awesome. And I know you're going to want to hang on to some. You're going to want to hoard it and pet it because it feels so cool. But I'm going to challenge you to use one piece. And it's not going to be wasted. We're going to make something cool with it. And we're going to be able to use it over and over again. So I'm going to challenge you to use just one piece today. So I'm going to set the rest of that aside for a moment. Just a moment. Oh, forgot about that too. And the truffle. Yeah. All right. So, oh wait, she doesn't hear so good. It doesn't have much, so you can make it happen. Okay. Angela, yeah, message me afterwards if you want to, sweetie. Okay, so I'm going to challenge you to take one piece of paper and make with me a teeny tiny book. Not just a book, though. It's going to be a teeny tiny art journal. And I was going to make it ahead of time so that you could actually see it. And then I thought, no, we just need to do it together. And then we're going to art journal the first page together. And I've got something to show you for inspiration. And I'm going to give you a formula because a lot of you have told me that you really, really like the formulas, and being able to take a formula and make multiple things out of it, but it gives you that roadmap, you know, if it's not something that you've done before. So I took the piece of paper and I tore it in half. And now I'm going to, hi, Sarah. Sarah Rosario's here. I'm going to tear this piece in half. And then I'm going to tear each of those. I'm not going to tear. I'm going to fold each of those pieces in half. So I am basically tearing. You could use a bone folder. I'm using my fingernail just to make sure that it's a really good fold there. And then it tears nicely. I don't need to cut it with my deckled cutter, anything like that. I don't think I even folded that one backwards, but I typically do forward and then backward. And then it tears and gives you this beautiful little rough edge. It's just awesome. Okay. And then you can choose whether you want those rough edges all on the top, all on the bottom, or if you want to divvy them up and have some on the top and some on the bottom. And then we're going to take these 4. I'm going to divvy mine up, I think. Let's see.
Sylvia's drinking Kahlua again. We are in trouble, ladies.
Oh, my goodness. Okay. So I've got this one with the torn edge facing down. The next one, the torn edge is facing up. Next one, the torn edge is facing down. And the last one, the torn edge is facing up. So I said teeny tiny, but it's not really that teeny tiny. I mean, you know, look at that. That is, what is that? 1, 2, 3 by 1, 2, 3, 4 and a quarter. So we end up with a book that is 3 by 4 and a quarter. You could tear it one more time, and then you'd be folding it right here and make a teeny tiny one. But I find that this size is small enough to make it manageable. It's small enough to learn some art journaling techniques and to practice some things, to try some new things, to experiment with some things. Because after all, that's what an art journal is all about, is a place to experiment and try, and there's no rules. It's a place to practice. It's large enough to be able to do that, but small enough to not be intimidating. So it's a really good size. So we're only going to use one piece to do this. And so then we've got 8 pages front and back. We've actually got 16 pages that we can work with. Now you can create a cover any way you want, but I'm going to suggest that we just get some, grab a piece of cardstock, and that's kind of cool. I was going to fold that up, but I don't want to. I don't want to get rid of that. And let's just make us a paper one. You might choose to staple it in. You might choose to sew it in with the sewing machine. You might choose to sew it in with a needle and thread, or a needle and, binding thread. There's, a lot of different ways that you could do that. You might choose to, I'm going to do one with a scrap of leather, but I didn't want to, get out the leather right now and deal with that. But you could do it with some fabric. What?
I ain't no pimple Mike. Autocorrect did something.
Stupid autocorrect. She's crafting under the influence. Awesome. Oh, you guys are amazing. So I'm going to take, this is a piece of 8x8 from something somewhere. And so I'm going to look at it. The whole thing is awesome. I love that as an inside cover. That's kind of a cool outside cover. But if I decorate it, then I'm not going to feel bad that I'm covering up something that I really love. But I really do like the whole thing. So I'm kind of torn as to what and how I want to do the cover. But I don't want to spend a ton of time figuring that out. So all right. So I'm going to do this the easy way. No measuring, no scoring, no pre-cutting. I'm going to lay this here, and I'm centering it. I'm going to bring it down close to the bottom. And I'm centering it on the page, because what I'm going to do is take each side and I'm going to fold it over and make a side pocket right there. Okay, on both of those, front and back. I was going to do a pocket going down, but I really don't want to cover up all this great color that I absolutely love. So I'm going to do that. I've got it centered. I want to leave plenty of room for my cover to cover the pages, just because I do, because it's an art journal, so maybe something will be sticking out. I'm going to go to the center here where it folds, fold it in half, make sure it's in nice and tight, and then I'm just going to fold this with it. That's all I'm going to do. Fold that in half with it. Now, I could have just measured it and folded it in half, but nah, this works with the paper that I've got, so it's perfect. That'll work. All right, so I could choose to leave those out like that and do some kind of closure that maybe an eyelet that something goes through both of those, and then it's not even touching the paper. Maybe I'll leave it long just until I decide that specifically. In that case, I might. Oh, who knows? Not like we can't make another one. All right, so now I'm going to feel where my top is there, and I am just going to chop it off and make the top of the cover. Let's see. There's the bottom. There's the top. I'm going to leave it folded so I know they're the exact same size. All I'm going to line up is the bottom to make sure that the bottom is straight, so I know that my book is straight. Now, if this is driving you crazy because I'm not measuring, feel free to stop and measure and cut and all of that. But, when it's simple things like this, it's going to end up, trust me, somebody looks at mine and yours and they're not going to be able to tell a difference of dimensions. Just pulled that piece of paper right off there. So I'm going to have to put some color on there because it's just simple. It's that. Okay, let's not overthink it. Let's not do a Marianne and overthink it. So I'm going to bind this in. I'm just going to we're going to do a 3-hole pamphlet stitch. I like the 3-hole pamphlet stitch on tiny books because I think it makes them look like real books, like they're bigger, even though they are small. And you can get away with a 2-hole pamphlet, not just a 2-hole stitch if you want to. But I really like the 3-hole. As they get larger, I like the 5-hole. So, but we'll do We'll do a 3-hole here, and that'll be quick and easy because I want to get to showing you what we're going to make. Just trying to find a simple paper clip to hold it in place. You can tell Candy's already going to town on hers. So I can hear it.
Well, I'm not doing what you're doing.
Oh,
shocker that, huh?
My good friend here never does what I'm doing in our lives.
I'm not embracing the we, ladies. Not doing it.
Oh, man. Oh, Angela. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, God, I'm not even going to repeat all that. Okay, quickly. Let me grab something to punch the hole with. Nope, not repeating. I took my awl out, both of my awls out. And where's that big old tool that I was using? All right, not finding it. So we make do. We grab a needle. That'll work. And right down the center, because this is not all that thick. It's only one piece of paper and a piece of cardstock. So there's our center hole right there. And then I need one up here. Same thing. You could do this on a great big book. And if you wanted to, you could take a second piece of paper and put a second little signature in here.
Where's my phone? I think they messaged me, but my phone is not. Where is my phone?
Oh, no. All right. And the third one down here. There we go. All right. Let's get this done because I want to get on to this. I want to give you the formula for this, for our first art journal page. And I made 2 of them to show you samples. And I'm going to do 2 tonight. And the reason is because I want to show you how you can take the same formula and you can make it any theme, any style you want. The formula is just the formula. It doesn't tell you that it has to be steampunk or has to be, boho or shabby chic or anything like that. So the formula is just a process. All right. So going down in the center, coming up the bottom, you come up the top, doesn't matter as long as you go down in the center and come up one of the others. See if I can get through that hole the first time. Ah, yeah, there we go. Okay, so down in the center, up the bottom, go across the center and go down the top. I should probably have this on big screen just for those who are not familiar with the pamphlet stitch can do that or see that. Pull that through, and then we're going to come back up the center. So both ends meet in the center. Now, when I come back up the center, what I'm going to try not to do is split the string that's already there. Did Margie make it over? She did not. Maybe she got a call or something. Okay, so I'm going to go in
the guys were there to do her snow. She was going to have them come in and change the light bulb for her.
Oh, yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah. Are they looking like EMTs?
Is that what's the light bulb? Is that the new?
Is that what they're calling it now? Yeah. So I'm going up the center as the last hole punch there, but I'm just making sure that I did not split this string. I'm going in next to it. Okay. Now I need these 2 on opposite sides. Why am I echoing? On opposite sides of this string. So when I bring the last one up, I just want to make sure that I come up on the other side.
So that was wrong.
Oh, what'd you say?
She's getting plowed.
Oh.
It snows.
Okay, now I'm going to tie this in a knot.
You asked. You should have known better.
I know I should know better. You think I'd learn. Okay. I usually give it a third just because. All right. And then I'm going to cut them off, but I'm going to leave them hang down here because I know I'm going to want to do something. I don't know what or exactly how long, but I'll put some kind of dangle on there. Okay. So, and I'm going to leave it at that for now until I decide if I want to fold this in and make a pocket right there, or if I want to do 2 eyelets that are clear out here, giving a lot of room in there for my little mini art journal. All right, let's get going. So let me show you the sample of what we're going to do on the first page. And the hardest part about an art journal is getting started. And getting started, people say the hardest part is just knowing what to do, where to start. So we are going to use a formula. Both of these were made with the same formula. One is steampunk and one is birds and flowers. And I'll do 2 tonight that aren't either of those. And so there'll be 4 completely different outcomes of a journal page. See, this is just a journal page that I just cut, but I might just go ahead and attach it. Although I think I might put rings on it and have this one just be individual pages in the journal, in the art journal, like that. But they're the exact same size. Okay, so I'm going to leave these here because we're going to use it as the formula, and you'll see as I give you the formula, the steps, how they were used on each one. Okay, so what you'll need, if you need to go grab a couple of things, you will need some glue. Let's see, you will need a background stamp of any kind, or it could be paper. So here you see that I did a little background stamping, but there's also some torn paper right there. That's paper from last month's box. And then there's a little piece of torn paper inside, and that's from a piece of cardstock that I just really liked. It looked like a notebook. There. This one, some background stamping in 2 different colors. When I do the background stamping, I want to do it in something that is, we're not really getting mixed media on it, so it probably doesn't matter, but I will typically use something archival, like just, black stays on, a black archival, because then if glue is on it, or if I did some mixed media, it's not going to bleed or spread, all around. So, so there's the stamping. There's some stamping in that patina color and in the black all over the background. Okay. So they both started out that way. So you'll want some, a stamp of some sort that you can do a little background with there. And I'm going to grab the other side of one of these that I tore off, because I'm going to do 2, as I said. The 2 will be completely different from each other. So there will actually be 4 different styles here using the same formula. And that's what I want you to get comfortable with, is taking a formula and changing it to your style or to your likes, your preferences. Okay, so I'm going to look for background stamp. Let me tell you what else you might want. Let's see. We could use any of these. We could use these words. You'll probably want some ink. Maybe, whatever you like to edge with might be good. Vintage photo or something. There's a frame. That's part of the formula. Frame. This one I happen to pull off of this here. Maybe I'll use that one on one of these. This one, I actually cut out of the cover of this, that little tiny corner piece of the cover. Well, no, the lady came out of that right there. And then I went to the page that has the cards. The back of the cards is always a frame. And so I cut that, and that is as big as this whole little page. So I'll show you how I turned that frame into a frame with the center cut out and made it fit to this size, because it's smaller. It only goes from here to here. Okay. And then some decorating pieces. So I will use, I'm sure I will use a piece of this vellum. I really love these vellum letters, so that will be perfect. Maybe one of these dictionary cards here. I'm going to try to use some things that are just sitting around my desk. I know I've got some die cuts sitting here. We will want a focal point. Okay, so let me just walk through the steps, and you can go grab whatever you want before we get started. Okay, our page, some background stamping, then there is some washi. You can see both of them. This one stands out more prominently. This one doesn't, but it adds to the vintage look. There's some washi up there, and there's a piece of washi right there that adds to the layering and to the background and a little pop of color there. And then there's a frame on each one of them. So that's part of the process, is a frame. But a frame does not have to look the same. If you don't have a frame like this, maybe you can cut one out of a piece of paper. Every Stamperia and every Minte paper pack has frames on it. Maybe you don't have one of those, or one that you want to cut up. You can take, so another thing I'll do is take, like for this one, I almost took this and cut it in half because I loved that color red. And then I decided it was a little dark for where I was going with these gears. But if this is just a scrap. So if I cut that in half, then it's about the right thickness for a frame, and use, 3 or 4 of those around, and that can be a frame. You can also form a frame from fiber. This is a scrap of burlap that I used the burlap for something, and this got cut off the end. So you could just glue this down and form a frame out of the fiber. You've all got tons of fiber. Rickrack, all those things. You could make a frame out of any one of those. You can use 2 punches, square punch, oval punch, circle punch, any shape you want. If you have 2 punches of the same shape, and they are 1/4 of an inch to 1/2 an inch within size of each other. So say I have a 2-inch square and a 2 1/4 inch square, or a 2 1/2 inch square. Then what you do, I should have brought those over to show you. You cut out the square. So if I punched out this square, then you take the smaller one and you put this in there and you punch out the smaller square right inside it. And you're left with a frame of that shape. It works with circles, ovals, scallops, squares, whatever. Another way you could make a frame is a doily. I don't have any doilies right here. That's odd. You could take a doily and just snip out the center and have the outside portion. That makes a great frame. There's just so many ways that you can make frames. You could take a piece of plain paper, even scrap paper, and fold. Here's a little sticky note. Fold the paper over. Can I cut it? I don't want to destroy a note that I might need. Fold the paper over. You don't have to crease it there. And with your scissors, cut like that. And then when you cut that out, when you open it up, you have a frame. So you can make it any size, any shape that you want. You could make that oval, or you could actually make it circular and make it smaller. And if it's just even white plain paper, then you can ink it to be any color you want. Now you can hardly see the frame that is behind here. And you can't tell that I cut it to make it to size because it was as big as this little page of mine was. But that is these frames here. It was the same size as my page. So what I did was cut it out. I'm not going to do it because I don't want to cut it apart. I'm going to need the whole picture. Cut it out on the outside. And then I knew that I was going to need the frame to be shorter. So I cut it right across here. Then I took my scissors and I just cut out that little section. And then I cut out that little section because now I had 2 separate pieces. And then when I set it down, I set the top piece, and then I brought the bottom piece up and overlapped it a little bit. And then just glued them down, glued first one down and the second one down on top of it, and being the bottom of the frame, knowing that I'm going to embellish around the frame and you will never see. And actually right there is where it's pieced together. But if I didn't point that out to you, I couldn't even see it myself. But over here, it's covered with the lady. You could the gear could go up a little bit if you felt like you could see it, but I made sure to line up my lines And so you can't even tell that it's pieced together. So you can make a frame any size you want. If the frame is too small, do the same thing. Cut it, separate it, and where you've got the gaps, that's just where you'll put some embellishment so that it'll cover those gaps. Okay, now this one's a little bit bulky because it's actually chipboard. And if you don't want it to stick up like that, you can take hold of the chipboard and peel some of the layers off the back and make it a little bit thinner. Okay, I probably should. Let's see. She's getting her bulb changed.
They haven't said anything for a few minutes.
Everybody being quiet. I love formulas too, Carrie, because so a steampunk one is chronic all over it. So yeah. I do like the other one too. I'm one of those people that loves it all. I love the flowery, birds and butterflies and all of that. And I love steampunk. I like it all. So if I can take, if I have a formula that I know works, I can take it and use any style. What you need to know is that, okay, you're going to need background. And then the frame is kind of our thing here, but the frame can be any kind. I could put a doily or a lace frame and turn it into a total shabby chic, beautiful frilly kind of thing. The frame, and then we need a focal point. Okay, so on this one, the focal point is really the large flower thing down here. Although, I tend to look at the bird as my focal point. But the largest thing, there's the focal point. On here, the primary focal point is the lady. And she was, when you look at the cover, she was cut off right there. It didn't go all the way around like her other shoulder and stuff. So I just fussy cut right around her and said, oh, well, instead of putting her on this side, I'll put her over here because that's where the edge is. Okay. So that's where you take the formula. I need a focal point, but nobody says that the focal point has to be this side or that side or center, wherever you want it. The other thing is we got a frame. Well, this frame was small. So by offsetting it, turning it a little bit crooked, it looks a little bit larger. It brings some attention to some of the other things. This frame was plenty large. So turning it that way would look really awkward because it's too big for that. So just leaving that one straight and then letting the attention be on some of these other things. So then whatever style I want it to be, first thing I do is pick my focal point. What kind of style do I want to use here? Do I want it to be a flower, a butterfly, a bird, a person, something like that? And then I would choose other things to accessorize it based on that style. These are brads. I just cut the little brad legs off and glued them on top of that. These gears are just plain old wood, just like raw wood. Like this. And all I did was take a little brush, which I conveniently left out there. I went out and washed it, got a little dish of water, left it sitting out there on the counter. Great. I just took a little brush and used some of this vintage antiquing paste. This is the paste that Antonis at Stamperia, I've got to tell you about that too, created. This was the original vintage paste. They have some waxes and things that I can't get because they're solvent based and they are not allowed to ship those over here. So they, when they have those, then they try to create something that is water-based that acts the same or does the same type of process. And that's when Antonis created this. So this was the original vintage antiquing paste. And that's what I used on these, which just turned them this vintage look, the brown. Super easy, used only a tiny, and it spread way far. Then they took this and they added color to it. And that's where these came from. I learned a bunch of things this morning.
Margie is back.
Hey, Margie. Wait till she reads all the comments back there. I did not know this.
Where did you get those gears? I know. I was the same way. Angela. Where did you get the gears, Smart Marianne?
Well,
she's holding out on us, ladies.
I didn't know that this was the original, and then all they did was add color to get these. Now it all makes a whole lot more sense to me. So I learned that I just need to ask them questions like that when I don't know. So now I know exactly what it is. And I requested today that Antonis record us a few more videos using them so that we can see more of how he uses them and intended to use them, when they were created. So that vintage paste is on the gears, and then just a teeny tiny bit of this turquoise patina vintage paste is on the top of the gears, and then just the brad glued on. This with the little piece that was cut out of here, but it was up there by the lady, and that was just every one of these. It was like one of these. All of these are great things. I could use just this page for that because I could fussy cut out a balloon. I could fussy cut out these clocks and these gears right here and stack those and layer those to be my decor there if I didn't have the wood. So you don't need a bunch of other things. You can use these things. And you can also, say you cut those out, you want them to be thicker, just glue some book pages together, just like when we did the buttons, and then glue this, the clock or the gear or whatever it is on top of your stack of book pages, however thick you want them, and then cut around them. And now you've got one that is dimensional and will stand up, and you can make it 2 or 3 pages thick or 5 or 10 pages thick to get, the look of something like that. And you could even vintage that. You could even cut around it, make some little snips and then vintage that and have it look a whole lot like a gear. The copper kind of sort of that you see is roar liner paste. Just a tiny bit around there and a tiny bit around the lady. And there's a tiny bit of the vintage patina around there. This gold here is just one of the gold foiling pens that we've had. So, and these, I had some words. I had a bunch of words. They've just been sitting around here forever. Here's the other end of it. I just had sing printed like, I don't know how many times. So I clipped 3 of those off and used sing, sing, sing because the bird. Still have a couple more, left over, but those are just little things that I could use for that. So same system, same process, the same formula, getting something completely different. So you want a focal point. I think I will use a different lady, not a steampunk. I've already done steampunk now, so I'll do something a little more elegant. And maybe I'll use either a flower or, maybe a little paper doll, like a Tim Holtz little paper doll. That would be a completely different style. So that'll be my 2 focal points. And so then I'll find some kind of a frame. And if I don't have something, you can even draw something. You can even draw a frame on there. And the thing about the frame is that the frame gives everything else a place to sit. So this just stuck on here would be just kind of hanging out there. Same thing with the gears. But because there's a frame underneath them, this is in the corner of the frame. She's in the corner of the frame. These are in that corner of the frame. So they're attached to something that anchors them and makes them look like they're not just hanging out there. The bird is sitting on the frame. So nothing is just like hanging out there in midair, I guess is what I'm trying to say with that. So if you need to go grab a couple things, get you some glue, get you some ink to ink some edges, grab some fussy cuts or focal points, or if you have any little, I think I've got some little fussy cuts. I gathered up the stuff on my desk, and I'm really going to try to use what is here. There's some little flowers here I could fussy cut out. There is some ladies and some small paper dolls. Let me move this. And I may or may not use those frames. I may just make a whole new frame. So I'm going to do the one right here, and I'm going to do the other one as this first page of the book. I think I'm going to just paper clip my pages together. Of course, I'll have to move that as I, need it, but that's okay for now. All right, so here's some lady heads that maybe I'll choose as one of the focal points. There's some paper dolls. I can choose one of those. So like this one, she could be sitting on the frame with her feet dangling over. That would be cute. Oh, that one too. Kind of look like that. And that one would be dancing in front of it. So with that one, there's a feather. Let's see what else is in here. There's some more ladies. Let's pull those out so we can make a choice. Oh, there's a bird's nest. That would be cool sitting up there. Some flowers. I don't think that style's really going to go with either of them. And I'm not going to worry about every little decoration, really just the focal points. And, if I see some other thing that I know immediately will go with it, then great. Some of these flowers would go with these ladies really nicely, but they may not be the right flowers. I have these packs. These are Minte, and they're Minte ephemera packs. And I tend to just leave them here, and I'll go in and grab one thing and use it for something like this. And then it sits here until I go grab something else. This one is with writing and books and things. That might be a fun one. Well, that would almost be a whole nother, that could be a focal point. Although if there was a studious looking lady, right, then we could use her. But there's some good flowers, different colors. So depending on what color, we end up using with them there. So, but I think I do want to use one of these vellum letters behind my frame. This one doesn't have anything behind the frame. So let's start with, I don't know if anybody had to go run and grab your supplies, but we'll get started and kind of walk through the formula. I think I might use one of these too. Don't destroy this little box, because you can collage this little box and do something really cute with that too. I'm going to have to go through those.
You gotta throw some things out, Marianne.
What? Not these cute little tiny boxes that we can decorate and fill with tiny
if I don't have room for the little tiny box, I am not going to decorate it, because I don't have. What am I going to use for it?
I'm going to turn it into a teeny tiny shadow box that when you push it out, then you see the little vignette.
Something else to take up space in my overcrowded room.
I'll gift it to someone. I'll gift it to you. Add it to your room.
No, no, don't.
No, I'll gift it to someone, but it'll be fun to make. We'll make them at retreat. I'm going to do the edges of.
You guys, she showed me her craft room yesterday. She needs to downsize, ladies. She needs to downsize.
Hey. What happens in my craft room stays in my craft room. Actually,
that's the problem. It's staying in your craft room.
Yeah, actually, I do need to. I do need to remove some things. So what I did today was go pull out. I don't even know how many gallons it is because they're huge. Those huge black bins from Costco with the yellow lids, not the small one, the great big giant one that takes two people to carry. I pulled one of those out of the garage and brought it in, and I'm going to fill that up with stuff from my studio, and I'm going to bring it to retreat for everybody to use. Yeah, decorate it. Margie loves teeny tiny boxes. Don Marie's hubby just made and ate dinner without her. Yeah, Margie has a great idea. Fill it with paper clips.
Yeah, Margie, you got a ton of paper clips. Yeah.
Okay.
The rest of us don't have that problem.
Some background stamping. Okay, this is kind of steampunk, so that'd have been okay there, but not here. I'm looking for something like script or I like script, but it can have something else with it. It just needs to not be overloaded with. Is that the only one I have here? I thought I had some more on my desk. Okay, so this one,
I know how to get her to take the camera off me. Just don't do what she's doing, and then she keeps it on her.
I just made it big so they could see.
Works for me. I'm happy.
What was it? I love the wee boxes filled with paper clips. I want it to say I have a Marianne piece if right. I don't judge. I smell raffle. Silent auction. What's your name again? Yes. Tickets to Paradise. Yeah. Oh, that's funny. Oh, is Dawn here? Oh, Dawn Marie. Okay. I like to call her Dawn Marie so that we know difference between Dawn Messinger and Dawn Marie. Yeah, because often they're both here. So this is big enough that I could use some of this on each one. But the problem with like these roses is they're so big that a little bit of it peeks out. You can't tell what it is anyway. But you can tell what the music is, and you can tell what the script is. So let me move that out of the way for a moment. So I did the edges. You don't have to do the edges if you don't want. So the first part of the formula, the first step in the formula is some background stamping. Okay, and you're going to cover most of it up. But wherever you don't cover it up, you see it, and so it doesn't stick out like, you know, just this piece of cool handmade paper with nothing on it. Everywhere you can see any of it, you see background stamping. So that's why you're doing this. So I am going to use this Stays On. That's probably really dark because I just re-inked it. Let's see here. If I use one of these, let's see. I'm just going to do some of this music, some script and some music and some flowers. How's that? I want to stick a piece of scratch paper underneath because my stamp is way bigger than. Let's just do that. I don't know what you're making, Candy, but sure are noisy. Okay, so it got most of it. There's some that is not, so I'm going to. I'm just gonna add script to those spots, which is perfect. So even in the same section, there's script and music. Perfect. Okay, and now this side. I'll do like this. And let me see if I get a little bit different section. Oh, this one's got a little bit of damask right there. That might show up. So let me get some script and some damask. That would be nice. If it just looks weird and awful when it's down, I'll just make sure I cover most of it up. Okay, some script, some damask, some music. It's always about size, Sylvia says. Well, with you people. Well, hey, I don't know. You know, if you're winning a
are you racist? Are you racist?
Racist against the crafters.
You people.
A Whopper is better than a cheeseburger, just saying. Yeah, see? Candy's always rogue. That's Candy's middle name.
Rogue?
Yeah, really. So, okay, and I'll tell you the next step. If you're writing these down, I want to tell you the steps so that you can write them down to have the formula. We've done this on a couple of things, and
I'm supposed to write this down? Oh, wow.
No, you're not. No, you're not. No, but those people who message me and say, I'm not comfortable doing this, I don't know how to do this.
So far tonight, she's used
there's a formula.
You people, those people.
Oh, I'm going to mute Candy. Yeah, see, I meant you happy people. You happy, Pansy? That's exactly what I meant. Oh, man. Okay. Yeah, Nouveau Shimmer Powder. We need to play with that, too. Forgotten supply. Okay, so our next
Yeah, until we can't get it to freaking spray.
Operator error?
No, all 4 bottles that I have, none of them was sprayed the other day when I was trying to use them.
Shimmer powder?
Oh, you're talking the
Shimmer powder.
Oh, yeah, those are cool. I was thinking the shimmer spray. I'm sorry.
We don't spray.
Mica mist. I was thinking the mica mist.
I don't like
crap. Was just, I was so upset.
Okay. Okay, Candy, calm down. Calm down. So now we're gonna choose our washi that is gonna give us a little bit of background, start getting some layers in the background, and we can choose that based on theme. If we want, like the script here would be really nice. We just got this script one. If you want something darker because you're gonna do lighter stuff on top, then maybe look at last month's or the month before. Both of those are darker vintage washi. So we want to pick your washi, and then we want a frame. If we've got our focal point, we pick a frame that's going to go with it. So let me choose some washi here. I think let me see here. Let's see what's on my desk. Okay, so I have to tell you guys, I had a very interesting day. Some good interesting and some not so good interesting. But not so good interesting is, oh, that would add a little color too. That might be cool. But it's a little bit wide. You know what? So was that one. And I'll show you how it just tore it right down the middle. That works too. There's almost the same thing, but not as wide. So we had pre-orders of a whole bunch of stuff last week or the week before, and the orders came in, and well, it was a large order, and so like I don't know, Monday or something, I got the first box, and I thought, oh well, maybe the others will be here later today, who knows, whatever. This might be something that we can use to embellish with. And I only got one box on Monday. Okay, so then the next day I got a second box. I'm like, okay, great, there's the rest of it. So I opened that box up to finish packing all of your orders, and there was a whole bunch of stuff that was not in there, just like missing. And so I thought, well, I guess there's a third box. I'll wait till tomorrow and see if a third box arrives. Well, the next day, the third box did not arrive, and that, let's see, there's our FedEx, and they are typically later in the afternoon. So by the time I knew that it wasn't coming, it was too late to call Ranger. So the next day I called and said, there's anywhere for me to be able to tell how many boxes are coming. And I don't know how many to expect. I've gotten 2, but I'm missing a whole bunch of stuff. So they went and checked with the warehouse, and they said, well, there's only 2 boxes coming, and we showed that you've gotten them both. And I says, yeah, I have, but I'm missing 75 items. So 75 items. I'm going to look at the colors of these flowers and decide which lady I'm going to use and try to get colors that would coordinate with her. So I'm going to put a frame. You could even use washi to make a frame. Okay, she's kind of interesting in an interesting way. So yeah, I had to spend a whole bunch of time today filling out discrepancy paperwork for Ranger, and I had to do 2 complete forms just to get all of the items on, because there was 75 items missing. So if your item had some of the pre-order stuff on, that a lot of orders went out, but those that had the pre-order stuff on it have not gone out, because now we're waiting again on those pre-order items. So that was took a bunch of my time, not quite so fun. I don't know about that. The other part that was a lot of fun, was I spent a very lovely hour on the, I was on the phone. It wasn't on the phone. It was on video, Now look, I could put that on top of this and make it dimensional. That might be cool. Put a brad right in the center. Glue it all down, but put a brad in the center. Anyway, I spent a lovely hour on a video conference with some people from Stamperia. And before I forget, I asked them, about in the middle of it, I asked them, so please tell me, what is the proper way to say the company's name? Stamperia, Stamperia, what is it? I know everybody's going to say it the way they're going to say it, but there is a right way. What is it supposed to be? And they said, well, we don't really say anything unless somebody asks and really wants to know, but then we tell them the secret. And I said, okay. He said, the secret is, this is Giovanni. Giovanni says, the secret is, it's like pizzeria. When you say pizzeria, Stamperia. So now they're just going to be pizzeria, Stamperia. So that's how you really say it, is like pizzeria, Stamperia, not Stamperia. So the waiting game. Yeah, always the waiting game. Either give the stuff or refund us due. Oh yeah, they'll send the stuff for sure. I just had to send the form to them, and it was just crazy to send it and say I'm missing 75 items. And the second box that came was only half full, so it really looked like somebody got interrupted in the middle of it, and the box got sealed up and shipped, and just didn't get the rest of it put in there because it had plenty of room to hold the rest of it that was missing. So anyway, so yeah, so that's how you say it. That is the real, from the company, way you say their name. Pizzeria Stamperia. See, I knew I was right, Angela says. Yeah, I don't know. I've gone back and forth saying it both ways because I didn't really know. Because everybody says, has a different reason as to why it is this or that. But so I just asked them directly, and that's what they told me. So yeah, so that was fun. It was fun spending that kind of time with them. Because I asked for several things on the business side, things that would make it easier for me, and they said, yeah, I think we can do that. We'll go work on that for you. And one of them they emailed me already today, and another one they're working on. So that was really nice to see that they were very responsive like that quickly. I might try to use this. No, this one might work because of that. Yeah. So that was really cool. The other thing is, y'all know how Antonis goes and does, well, several of them do. Several of the creators, they go do workshops around the world. You hear him say, if you ever watch their lives, you hear him say, I'm going to be in this country, and then I'm going to go to this country and this state and wherever. Yeah, they are taking me seriously, which is really nice. Hi, Dana. Good to see you. So Antonis couldn't be there today, so he was not on the call, but they gave me his email so I could talk to him personally about coming here to do workshops. So who the heck is Antonis? Oh, Margie. Margie's ultimate kilt man. So, go to Stamperia Pizzeria.
Wow, which line did he design?
He does all the Sir Vagabonds.
Yeah.
And others, but if you go to their YouTube channel, and just kind of look through the videos, or go to any of the Sir Vagabonds. He didn't do the Lady Vagabond, but he does all the Sir Vagabonds. You can see him doing videos, and you'll see him in there. He's the one that created this vintage paste, and then from that, they got all these with the colors. So go to their YouTube and check that out. He's a lot of fun. Stamperia, they do their lives are early in the morning for me, so I don't catch them live as frequently as I would like, but they are always a lot of fun. They'll have somebody creating, and then they have somebody modding who's doing a lot of talking and reading the chat and, you know, keeping up on everything. And they're just always a lot of fun. So, and he does those. So you can see him do those lives and get a real good idea of his personality. Personality wise, he just is
He
a
does
ton
the
of fun.
modding a lot too.
He does what?
He does a lot of the modding on the lives.
Yes, he does. Other people create, and he does a lot of the modding. Yeah, he does that. Yeah, on the lives a lot. He does the videos and he does lots of workshops and lots of in-person things. You know, the Creativation and different events like that to go to. He's, you know, big in demand on the workshops, but you know, I don't know. We've thought, well, maybe they only go do those countries that are kind of close to them, and Italy, and you know, maybe who knows? Could we get him to the United States or whatever? But yeah, we could do that. So I need to talk to him because I don't know what it costs, and you know what the requirements are, how many people are, you know, minimum required to be there to do the workshops and all of that. But I know when he does workshops, whatever the cost is, it includes all of the stuff. He brings the stuff, and all of the stuff is used. He provides it, you know, to do. Okay, who am I going to use here? I need to make a decision and choose some flowers here. She's kind of white all over, white feathers, white hat thing. But I could put some color in that, couldn't I? She's kind of got color, but she looks a little stern. She looks a little stern for my taste right now, right here. I like this one. She's got a book under her arm. Oh, no, she's leaning on a banister or something. How about that one? She's pointing her finger at you, telling you. Shape up. That would, yeah, let's see. Like the greenery in that one. Okay, so I'm gonna use this. So I don't need very much of this washi to go across there, but I'm just kind of looking at it to see what colors of flowers I actually want to be right there. And I do want some color, and the closest together, this section right here is where the color is the closest together, and that is way plenty. So I'm going to tear that off. And what I did on the other one, this is way too wide because I want to just put 2 little strips. And this was a thinner washi, but this one, it was a wide washi. It was last month's, or this month's. No, it was last month's washi. Too wide. So all I did was take it like this and tear it in half. And it tore really nicely. I don't know if this one will tear as nicely. Oh, it is tearing nicely. It's just not exactly in half, but that's okay. So then I always use, I don't know about you, but I always use a little glue under my washi because washi is Japanese paper tape. I know you know that, but it is not intended to stick permanently. It is intended to come up. So if you want the washi to stay permanently, then use a little bit of glue. And I'm just going to put that right there for the minute and let it sit. And then, so I put the straight side in the center so I could see the torn side. And I can do the same here. And if I put a little embellishment over that, then that straight edge will be covered. I really kind of like that purple. So I might go down here and just tear this a little bit more because it's still a little wide. I don't know. May not work there. We'll try it. Okay. I'm really liking the music and the script underneath this one. It's a very cool look. Okay, so a little bit of glue. I'll put that down. Okay, so we took all that time explaining the different components. Now we're just going to put it together. And from here, just putting it together doesn't take very long. It's all just a matter of what order. You know, you've got your focal point. You've got your frame. What did I do with my little tiny scissors? You could tear these off or cut them off. Probably rather have it torn so it kind of matches the edge of the paper, but I just cut it a little crooked instead. It's easier right now. And then I'm going to go in this side and cut that. Now, I'll save this piece for right now, but if I don't use it on this project, it gets thrown away. Don't save these little itty bitty pieces of washi. We're using scraps this year, but we're also learning to let go of scraps that we don't need to save. Okay, and then we have one down here, so I can look at these scraps that I have and say which one has some color that I would like down here. That's pretty right there. So let's just put that right across there. So yeah, if we were able to get Antonis to come do a workshop or two, I believe that if he comes, he would do, like, if it's a weekend, he's going to do probably 3 to 5 workshops over that weekend. Who's interested in coming and hanging out with Antonis for the weekend? The next Timmy. Yeah, he's the Stamperia Timmy. The Italian. He's the Italian Timmy. That's funny. The Italian Timmy. All right, so there's that one. And I'm going to take maybe I'll just use this one. It's just greenery. There's no flowers on it. It's just the green for the other one because I really want to do these side by side so you can see using the same formula that you can get multiple looks out of them. And this is a thinner one, so I'll just use it the size that it is. Then I thought, I wonder if we could get him.
You said you need to have your thank you stickers for the boxes printed on washi.
Ooh, yeah. That's a good idea. Washi stickers. Yeah. So yeah, then I thought, well, I'm maybe, I don't know how far out. I'm sure he's in demand and schedule's way far out, but wouldn't it be cool to get him here in April while we're having a retreat? That would be pretty awesome. Okay. Yeah, I think it'd be better look if I tore it, but I will ink it to help without the white.
Okay, what's the formula again? You said.
Yeah, so the formula is background stamping.
Yep.
And then washi on 2 coordinating corners, two corners on the same side, like 2 strips on one and one on the other, so they don't look exactly the same.
Yeah.
And then frame.
Yep.
And so once I put the washi down, I will set all the other things down before gluing them to see what I want to be underneath or what I want to be on top of something else. Because, you know, you glue the frame down, then you decide you want to slip something under it. It's a little late. Okay, so then the frame, and then your focal point, which could be a person, place, or thing. And then other embellishments to accentuate your focal point. And you don't need a whole lot.
I'm done.
You already did it.
Yeah. Done.
That's, I guess, what I get for talking while I'm working. I cannot talk and craft at the same time. I don't get anything.
I just want to make sure I had everything.
All right, put it on you and show him. Okay, so I'm going to use this frame on this one. And then I'm going to use the yellow.
What I got, ladies. Okay, I got my cover done.
She started her cover before the live. Just know that.
Yeah. And then there's my page.
Oh, that's cool. There's your frame. There's your focal point. And hers is just larger. And so what she's proved right there is that you can do the same things on a tiny page as you can do on a large page in an art journal, and vice versa. Art journal does not have to be one size or the other. It doesn't have to be anything in particular. It is just whatever it is. It's whatever you want it to be. Art journaling is a place to practice. It's a place to sketch, to write, to color, to release your stress, to watercolor paint, to scribble. I mean, I've done some things and then I'm like, oh, I don't like that at all. And I just want to see what all the other colors are. And so I just scribble all over it. Knowing I can just cover it up with gesso. You can do anything to it. So, okay. So what lady did I decide to use? This one over here. So I'm going to set her here. I think she's good right there. Okay. And then what's going to be embellished with her? Should have probably got some embellishments over here. I need to clip this down a bit so that you can see. There we go. That'll stay.
Oh, I could have put a ticket in here. That's what I got. Why all these tickets?
A ticket. Yeah, that's the ticket.
All these freaking tickets.
A little bit. Let's see which. I really kind of like this girl. She could be sitting right there on the frame, right in the middle of the frame. Well, that's cute. See, this frame is pretty small. If I wanted to, I could cut it and make it larger and just make sure I put embellishments that cover where it's separated. But she really kind of fits sitting right there. And so I think I might let her be right there and just add, looking around my desk, what have I got that I can use off my desk? Let's see here. There's some doilies or partial doilies. Oh, you know what? I wanted to use a vellum letter, and I forgot.
I got one of those. I had one of those in there.
Got buried.
I got the sheet. Tissue paper.
Cool.
One of the stamps from last time. One of the book.
The tissue paper would be great under these.
Got one of the book spines. The two washi tapes. This time and last time.
Very cool.
I cannot find the one for the other. I'm missing one. Can't find it. I don't know what to do with it. Probably put it away.
Okay.
What was I thinking?
Put it away? What? Some of this washi stuff from last time might work. I know I saw one of these that had a rose. Is that it right there?
I used a stamp from this time.
Oh, cool. That is really pretty. Okay, so if those are going that direction, so I don't want to make everything go the same direction. So if that is right there, let's see. Wonder if I want to offset that. No, I don't think so, because this big wide thing on the bottom, it's going to look funny if it's angled.
Oh, I didn't use a word.
This
words.
Word. This could be
tag.
And then she can be here. And then we could have little flower up here, and we could actually, that bird's nest is bigger than her head, so we can't use that unless we use a different lady. I'm not liking that. Okay, I'm looking back to
ramp.
So this stamp that we had in November would be a good background one. There's script, there's some ledger in there, a little bit of foliage, even a butterfly on there would be fine. Looking to see. Okay, there's the tickets or labels from November.
Yep, I used one of those.
I might even take a little bit of washi and create a tiny, tiny bow that goes up in the corner there. In fact, I think I'm going to use her, but I think I'm going to end up probably coloring her. Let's see, are these washi so that she's see-through? Where is my tiny pointy tweezers?
They were right there.
They're right here. I need them to get these things off. Let's see. Here we go.
I'm going to have to dry something real quick.
Okay. Okay, that is all white. So, well, I'm gonna cut it in a little bit closer to her is what I'm gonna do. So we don't have a big white background. These are really thick stickers. I didn't realize that this one that I have in my hand. So cutting that off really works just fine. Easy to do. Okay.
Oh, and I have to tell you, Charlie found the new trick
Oh, yeah?
with the magnets. Okay.
Uh-oh.
If you tilt them,
Yep.
and then they half turn.
Uh-huh.
What did you do?
Cracked him up.
It did.
That
Cracked
just
him up.
making me laugh so hard. That's so funny. Oh, that's
And then
hilarious.
I showed him two of them going together, and then I gave him the two that are opposite. So he was like,
Oh, that's awesome.
and then he looked at me like, why aren't they working?
Really? What did you do, Granny? Okay, so if she goes there, and that is there, and then I make a teeny tiny bow out of sari silk. So this is a pretty wide section there. I'll just find a little skinny section maybe, or tear it in half. There's a skinny section right there next to it.
Okay.
Oh, I hate making teeny tiny bows out of, sorry, my big fingers can't do teeny tiny bows. Okay, so I got.
Perfect. So I got the word transform.
Oh.
To change somebody or something completely.
That's a good word. That's a good word. I like it.
And my coffee dyed it. So
Like Transformers.
yeah.
Okay.
Trying to use stuff from this. I want to use the tag from the last one for
Oh, nice.
here.
Okay.
Pocket.
Yeah. Well, you've got a much bigger page, so you've got to use more stuff.
The tag is in the pocket.
Fill it out. Okay, so there's a teeny tiny bow from last month's sari silk.
Oh yeah, I used that for the closure.
Oh, cool. And let's see, in the end, I think I'll just put that right there. And I think one of those, let's get this out of the way here. What else is in there? Oh, there was butterflies. I might be able to use a butterfly that I just cut out of scraps. This is a great time to use all the little pieces of scraps that are just pretty paper that you like. I'm looking for my little dictionary book. Oh, there it is. Okay. Something to do with this little girl. Gentle, being moderate in force or degree so the effects are not severe. That would be good for her. Grace. Oh, there we go. That's perfect. She can be Grace. That could even be tucked in. But I think I might let that stick up here. But I think what I'm going to do is round the corners, soften it up a little bit for Miss Grace. That's not the rounder. That's the scalloper. No, she might get scalloped corners. There's the rounder. Okay. So round. You know, another thing, sometimes I like to just round two corners, opposite two corners. Try it and see. It's kind of a cool look. Okay, so Grace, that could be her name. Don't tear it. Just ink it. Can't ink without tearing a teeny tiny, itty bitty, fragile piece of paper. Graceful piece of paper. Okay, so that could go right there. So she can be seen. And that can be red. And then I will need something. Let's see. What do we have in here? Still need something's else over here too. Oh, that's kind of pretty. Ooh, maybe a little flower for her. What if this was underneath her? That's really pretty. And then a flower right in the middle. Sorry, guys, focusing so that it goes, I can get done quicker. I tend to talk to myself and focus on, or let's see, that would be a good place for the word too. Here we go. She can be bold. That works. I like to round my corners on words. Usually that word is too big to put in the corner. That might work. Yep, that works. You've probably seen me do it anyway when it is too big, so. Okay, so she will be bold. Okay, and that can go right there. She's being quite bold in her white everything. Okay, I like that. I still want something up here, though. That might be a teeny tiny bird or a teeny tiny flower that I fussy cut out of something, even like this little rose right here. That's tiny. This little gal over here needs some cool flower. Maybe one of these. I don't know. Let's see. Might be too big because she's pretty small there. But maybe the juxtaposition of the giant flower against her little tiny self would work. Let's see. We could just do some greenery. Still like her to have a flower of some sort. Maybe. Oh, there's a pretty purple butterfly. I'll find one of these that's smaller because that, I said purple. Wow, that's crazy. This is mint color, the same as the mint color of that doily there. So I'm sure I've got one of those that's a little smaller because either it's smaller or I have to cut his wing off because, you know, he's in my art journal. Digging for, oh, nope. Digging for, there's some more green. I need to use these. These have been floating around my desk for a long time. Several green things. These are from Tim Holtz Sizzix. Okay, that's just greenery. Well, then we need something at the base of that. So Okay, so I like where it's going, and I know that all I'm going to do is add a couple of embellishments on top. So because of that, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to keep those together. I know that goes right there. I'm going to go ahead and start gluing down. So this little guy with the vellum, I don't really want it all over the middle where you can see vellum through it. But let's see. I had it out like that. So what I'm going to do is put...
Can you use Nuvo shimmer powder on the gel plate? Yes.
Yeah. You can use almost anything on the gel plate. We got to do gel plates soon.
Oh, so messy. I'm so messy just with paper.
Well, you know, like I
need
said,
a new room to do that in.
we just got to get used to the fact that crafting is messy, and it's okay.
I know, but that's just super messy.
Oh, gel plate?
Yeah, for me, that's just super messy.
Yeah, we need to quit worrying about trying to be clean when we craft, because crafting is messy.
Oh no, it's not. I don't expect to be clean, but I just don't want the mess clean up when I'm done on that one.
That's funny.
Okay, tags decorated.
So I glued this vellum to the frame, and then where the frame is, I'm gluing it down. So the vellum will be stuck very well, but you won't see glue coming through the vellum anywhere. And it might look like it's floating back there, which is totally fine.
I used art. I used the Barely Art. I don't even see it on mine.
Now I know she's got sticky on her, but
yeah, on my vellum I used Barely Art.
Oh yeah, I don't see it.
I don't see it. No.
And I don't, but I never trust. No, I don't. Never trust just the sticky on something. Always going to add, because that adhesive dries up. Okay, and then let's see. She's going to need down here and some right where my hand is. And I might stick something under her. I don't know. Oh, let's see. We need to get the Be Bold. I want them all gluey so I can put them down, and if I need to move them, I can do it really quickly to get them all three in place together. So there we go. That works. Okay. And then we'll do a little bit of whatever it's called, Fabri-Tac. A little bit of Fabri-Tac to get this tiny little bow in the corner. There we go. And I'm going to have to go in my butterflies and find one a smaller, but I like the mint because it matches with that. Okay, so this girl, she's going to go on the frame. So she's kind of sitting on it. So just like that. All right. So if we put some glue down here where she will be. Then she'll be attached to the frame. I need to put something else on the frame with her, but we'll get there. I know it'll be on top. I know the only thing that's going to go underneath is this. Okay, and this one needs glue everywhere except those two corners.
And these book spines are different than the book spines I have.
Oh, sweet. Awesome. I'm glad. I'm glad to hear that. I mean, you might love them and want more, but it's nice when they're different, even. Oh, I didn't put glue all around here.
Some of them are different.
Yeah. I think cool.
Yeah, the other thing I got was rulers, washi rulers. Rulers.
Oh, washing rulers. Oh, yeah. Yep. Well, I guess I'm not putting those in boxes now.
Yeah, they're cool. I like them.
They are cool. They are very cool. Very cool. All right. I'm going to put just a tiny bit behind her feet or ankles right there. They can kind of attach and stay. But she looks dimensional and like she's sitting out. You can see her shadow, which is awesome. And I think I need, what we need right here is a little puppy dog or kitty cat, and then a flower or something up here, and a little something up there. About, something like that might be too much. This lady feels like she might need a pearl somewhere because maybe just right there.
I need a wife? No, I don't need a wife.
I need a wife to clean the house. All the things I got
Rodney, man, he's got OCD, people.
That's true.
You just don't know.
Oh, man.
He didn't used to be that way either.
No.
I'm like, where was the OCD when the kids were little, dude? Where? Where was it? That's right. You were out playing softball all the time. Yeah, okay. Then he'd come home and he'd get in the recliner and kick his shoes off in the middle of the floor. And now, God forbid, if Charlie puts something in the middle of the floor and doesn't pick it up.
Oh,
like, dude.
How long? 2 minutes?
He gets it takes him a little bit longer, but he's
to see if Charlie's going to come. Gives Charlie time to see.
He'll leave it alone, but he won't look at it. He won't look at it.
Yeah, can't.
He'll make sure he's doing something else or watching TV.
Okay, this just needs stuff. She's feeling very rushed.
A lot of control, people. That's why he has OCD now. It's all my fault, I'm sure.
Well, that's why you don't have OCD, because you feel out of control. So that's his fault. Right? Turnabout is fair play.
I think it's funny that our roles have reversed in our marriage.
Yeah. Okay, I think that can, let's see. Okay, this heart matches the frame. It could go up here.
Oh, for some match things? Jesus, you didn't say that.
No, you're not. It just, I'm like, yeah, I don't really necessarily want it to match. It could go up here.
I haven't got any more done on the flowers, Sylvia. Charlie's here, and I don't want to start them and not be able to finish because I find that on the third flower, I'm better.
Right.
Because
when you get into it, you need to keep going with it, and it's hard.
Yes. And the next flower I got to do is the sweet pea, and it's got like freaking little tiny things all over. So I've put off on that, and then then the leaves. Then we do the leaves, and I've watched the videos, but I just haven't done them yet. So when he
just needs this little companion down there.
Yeah.
Let's see what else we can find.
And he likes to come in here and he colors.
Aww.
And causes trouble, and then he'll throw something.
I was going to say, and then colors on something that he shouldn't.
Yeah, so he doesn't last long in here.
Not by his choice.
No, he just
There's
so much stuff. He does notice the stuff I've moved around, though.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, he noticed, because I moved one of the things from the door to the wall, and he's pointing at it like, I wasn't there last time, he notices things. Funny. He's very noticeable, and he likes to help take out the trash. He'll take out the trash. He thinks that's
awesome.
Yeah.
The bomb.
Yeah.
He's
Like
so
I was gathering up the trash today, and he's running. He runs from the kitchen. Trash, 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 trash.
Aw.
He wants to take it and drag it outside.
Oh,
I haven't flowered yet. I've gotten the other 1, 2, 3. I got the 3 of the flowers done. I just don't have the 4th done.
And
then they're making a peony, I think, is the next one.
Oh, cool. I love peonies.
Yeah, it's a big one. It's a big one.
Yeah, that's
and I haven't done that yet. It just come out. That was the last video they put out was the peony. And I'm like, geez, I haven't got the sweet pea done yet. Jesus. Yeah. So we haven't even cut that one out yet. I haven't even cut that one out yet because they just brought it up.
Okay. I wasn't going into purple. That wasn't the intention. But here's some purple.
Oh, I just put purple on my tag.
Purple bling. I could cut off a section. Purple buttons. Maybe one of those goes down there. Didn't start out thinking purple, but these are things that I've got sitting right here that I'd really like to use up or throw away. Candy's got me. Use up or throw away.
Yep, I've been using up my stuff. I have.
There's a purple postage stamp.
Okay, like here's the flowers, ladies. See, I got the sweet peas done. They're ready to put together on the stem. I just haven't done that yet.
They're so pretty.
The tulips, which are giving me trouble, I cannot get them shaped quite right, but you know,
I think they're pretty. But
they're coming along. I got to shape them a little bit more. I haven't shaped these yet.
Okay.
And then now I don't know all the names of these flowers, ladies, so you have to forgive me. This is the anemone, I think. This one.
Oh yeah,
one.
Pretty.
Now this is the best one, and it was the last one I did.
Oh wow! Look at that.
Wow. These are the. What are these? What are the purple ones? The
clematis.
Clematis. Is that the purple ones?
How you say, Sylvia? Is that right? She knows flowers.
Yeah, I don't know flowers. I don't. And then I got the pink ones. The cosmos, I think is what they're called. And I got to shape them a little bit better, but yeah. Night, Angela.
I think they're gorgeous. Good night, Angela.
Yeah, I just got to work with them a little bit. I think once I get the leaves on them. Ronnie liked them. He thought they come out pretty cool.
Yeah, I think they're great.
For my first time. I mean, I'm learning things that, next time I'll know not to do. And,
Sure. Do I give her just a tiny little hunk of button lace right here? Or maybe that and a purple button over the top of it. Maybe that's it.
Here, let me put you full screen because I'm pretty much done.
All right. I'm trying to keep that from drying up. I'm going to cut this and...
Well, if I can find my mouse. There
cool.
it is.
I could be done by the time she finds that.
I found it.
Oh. Okay. So let me get that out of the way. So if I take this, that's too much. Only 2.
And you did hear me say Angela's leaving, right?
Yes, and I said bye, Angela. Talk to you.
I just want to make sure. I was.
Yeah, you said bye and kept talking, and so I just set it beside you. Good night. Good night. Good night, my love. What is it? Oh, wait, what? The ladies. Good night, my ladies. That's good night, ladies. I had the wrong song. What if I put this purple button? What? Really? You had the wrong song? What if I put this purple button on
somebody wrong song?
Oh, yeah. Does that work? I don't know. This is turning out very strange. We're very strange embellishments. I might just have to let her sit and look at her tomorrow morning. Still think she needs something up in the left.
Sometimes I have to do that. Just stop.
After doing so many of these.
Wow.
Now I got several songs in my head and they're all mashing up. And that's a little weird.
Well, you are weird. I mean,
yeah, shit, thanks.
just saying.
I know. Look who I hang out with.
I know.
Yeah, it needs something up here, but that's okay. We'll get it. Okay. And then this
have
lady,
a tray of now.
this lady needs a mint butterfly right here, but small. So that's what I'm gonna find. I'm sure I've got some from this same pack. I hope I have some from this same pack. Unless there's a butterfly, any of these, or a flower would work. But I like the butterfly. Okay. All right. Let's try one of these from Lavender Farm. Might even be minty. No, it's lavender. Look at that right there. Right there. That looks like, wow. That looks like just the wings, like his body got cut off. It needs to be like flying away because you only see a tiny bit of his body. There's got to be another one. Either that or I just draw a body on him with a black. Because boy, that poor butterfly looks like he's been butchered. There's another one. Let's try this one. Almost in that. Oops. Oops, where did it go? I lost it. There he is. Which way does it go? Okay, that goes down. This goes up. Okay, if I do them right there, then I can draw little antenna on the frame. Is that too small? Heck, that seriously, these look like put them together to make one butterfly, except one of them's backwards. I don't know. Those are very strange butterflies. There are. Oh, there we go. That's a different angle. Okay. Like that one better. I like that one a lot better. Whoops. Got to be over far enough that I can close the book. Keep going. Whoop, I forgot about her hat.
Just keep swimming.
That's right. Okay, she's going to lose that little piece of her hat. There we go. That's just fine. And
how do I get back up there?
Okay, there we go.
My chat went all the way back to the top. What in the
Oh, really? That's a little weird. This one.
Hit a button.
Oh, yeah. Scroll to top. Boom. Just a little bit to put that down just so it doesn't stick up. Okay. So we've got 4.
Oh, don't forget thumbs up, ladies.
Because candies is even different than these and a different size. So you can see, just take the formula, use the formula. Where's the other?
Change the formula.
Yeah, the formula is just a base. It's a recipe. It's just like when you're cooking and you decide, oh, this recipe needs a little more of this. That one needs a little more of that. I'm going to make this one sweeter and make that one savory. But hopefully you have now your first page done in your mini art journal. And we'll do art journal in here again. And that goes back on the glue, not in her face. I put these back on the glue while I'm thinking about it because, man, Margie, I've been having problems with mine too. I don't know what it is. Must be the air this winter.
Yes, go rogue or go home.
There you go. All right, time to go home. There's 1, 2, 3.
Oh, it's 9:20.
Yeah, I lost my 4th one. There it is. Okay, there we go. There's 4. mini art journal pages using the same formula, all completely different styles.
Oh, you did 4. I only did 1.
No, I had done 1 ahead of time. Well, 2 ahead of time, really. So I did the splaining and then did 2.
Oh, and I made a cover.
You got to work. Yeah. Well, okay. While you were making the cover, I did that. So I did 3.
Yeah.
While I was splaining, you got to work.
Yep.
You guys, it's a lot of fun. It's always a lot of fun doing any of the laughing crafts with you guys. You sure we need another challenge with no butterflies? Yeah. Okay, Sylvia. Why don't you, Margie, put your heads together and think of something with no butterflies? Who's still standing?
Oh, I have to. We have to do no butterflies. Can you just do no flowers?
That was Margie's butterfly. He was butchered. Oh my goodness.
And don't forget to come back and do hashtag HPP 1000 subs.
Yes.
Or no, you just have to do
hashtag 1000 subs.
Yeah, no HPP in front. Yeah, just hashtag 1000 subs.
HPP channel. But dear, I do. Yes, I do. Yes, I do have. Do not forget, guys. If people are forgetting, that means you have a really good chance of winning. I pinned to the top of the page the post that Candy put in with the January prompts. All you have to do is make anything you want using Black, Snowman, Music Page, and Brad. Your interpretation, anything you want using those. Bonus for using metallic.
Yeah, we've only got like 3 people in there right now.
Yeah, and on the last day of the month, we will pull this hashtag HPPJANPROMPTS, and one of the persons, we'll pull them all, we'll do a random thing, and one of you will win $10 to use at our sale, either a live sale or on the website, your choice. So if there's only 3 in there now for January,
I'm winning it. I might have a shot, but there's only 3.
Really? Then get on it, because you got a good chance of winning.
I've already got mine in there.
Got it in January.
Get on it.
That's right. Doug says get on it.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, Doug.
I hope everyone is doing well.
We are.
Good.
Or not.
Or not.
Or rogue. Candy's rogue.
Well, that's her constant state.
Yes.
What? No, it's not. I don't know how you could say that. That hurt my feelings.
You're right.
Great. Thanks a lot, honey.
You clearly don't know
corner now.
She's laughing. Yeah. She never does what I'm doing. She just goes rogue.
I kind of did what you did, but I didn't do exactly what you did.
No, you did. Actually, you did in the end. You did in the end. Yeah.
Candy complied?
No.
Oh.
No, not totally.
Oh.
Partially. I'm only a partial complier.
How partial is partial?
Really? After it was all done, she said, "What was I supposed to do?" Okay. Yeah. All right. I did that. All right, you guys. I love the use of the frames. Yes. Margie says, hello, Kilty.
Hello, Margie.
You guys have a great evening. Enjoy the items in your box. Enjoy your purple squishy.
Oh, yeah. That squishy's awesome.
I have to get Charlie his own squishy. Doesn't destroy you.
Oh,
or destroy
funny.
Yours. And
he likes the squishy and the magnets, ladies.
Let's see your photos of the things that you made, the mini art journal pages that you did from this box and using the other boxes and anything else that you have. And I'm really loving all the photos people are putting in the group lately. It's very inspiring to me. And I know it is to everybody.
Wait. Let's see. The message from Dawn finally came through. Oh, it's pretty. Very pretty.
Message from Dawn.
Yeah, she said, but it never came through, and then I never got the notification. Hold on. Let me go.
Oh, okay, hang on. Oopsie.
So she made. big. Oh, that's pretty.
Oh, cool.
Knocked
Very
over that.
cool. Very cool.
Sorry, Dawn.
Yeah.
We're not there. Another one came. Yeah, this phone is weird, ladies. I don't know what the deal is. Sometimes Rodney sends me messages and I don't get them. He'll call me and go, why didn't you respond? I don't got nothing from you. I sent it an hour ago. I don't got it. I have to restart my phone sometimes and then I'll get it.
Oh man. Okay.
Yeah, great work, Dawn. I'm sorry I didn't
Dawn,
hear it.
put them in the group. Put them in the group so we can all see your real photos.
Yeah. Sorry.
That looks really cool.
It is cool. It's really cool.
Yeah. Put them in the group, please.
Yeah, I'm trying to see if I can get them.
And let's see. Okay, and yeah, that's awesome. And then I'm gonna get okay. If you guys did an unboxing video of your own box when you got it, please send me the link. Please post them in the group or on your YouTube channel. Send me the link so that I can see them. And I want to get a couple from each month and get them up on the website so other people can see them. So they can see more than just me. Love the unicorn. Yep. Sylvia loves your unicorn.
Calico collage, ladies.
Yeah, Margie's got to go back and see what the squishy is, what the purple squishy is.
Oh, she's
all right. She was busy with the snow removers when we were talking about the purple squishy, I think. So, okay, I got to run, but today is what, Thursday? So Friday, we don't have Saturday. I'll keep you posted on when the Ranger stuff arrives and where we are with that. And we'll definitely see you for Monday Jumpstart, but I'll be in the group and we'll be in the retreat chat for sure. Yeah. Have a great weekend, guys.
Wait, here's Sylvia's. I
got
it. That's the last one she just sent.
Oh, pretty. That's Dawn Marie's.
Dawn Marie's here. We should be able to get
it.
Maybe not the other ones. Hold on. Let's see if I can get the other ones up so you can see them. Oh, God. It sucks not being able to see, ladies. Can't see the mouth. I don't need to make it purple. She should be able to make it purple. Yeah, you should have sent it to Marianne.
That's funny. Ooh, that is really pretty.
Here's the other one.
Oh, I like that. I like that a lot. Look at that cool closure, too. Almost looks like boondoggle. Braided leather. Nice, Dawn Marie. Great job on those. Yeah. Great job on those. Cool. All right. So we'll look in the group for everybody's photos, see what you've done. Have an awesome weekend. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight. And thanks, Candy, for being here with me. Even if you are rogue.
Too bad I didn't have, if I touched you and sucked all your power away. And
yeah, really.
I could fly.
Really, exactly. You and that unicorn fly away.
Yeah.
I love your rogue self.
Yeah.
Bye.
Love
And
you guys too.
all of you guys too. Love you. Bye-bye.
Love you guys. Bye.